rate.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And what you can do, like what they can see. Let me get on the
Okay.
Come on. So this is the view we have for each complaint. Okay. You can edit out names and numbers,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And then all of our narrative information will be down in the bottom for each complaint.
Okay.
And we also have mapping that we can, once we log on to our complaint, if we come on, there we go. Click on the address, it'll zoom into the maybe.
There we go.
It'll put a pin where the address is.
Okay.
And with the mobiles, if you have a mobile radio or a mobile computer with a CAD, you have the mapping, so you'll actually be able to see the trucks or the units going to the complaint.
Awesome. Okay.
And you'll see where they're at on the screen. Unfortunately, we're not out on anything, so I can't show you ours right now. But
yeah, the system we have in the classroom that we show them does the same thing.
Okay.
It'll put us out, so we can show them that.
You can see the speed. You can see all that. Yeah. And then all of our trucks, we have portables now for all of our members. So for every riding position.
Kate, Fire 1.
We have a portable radio for all of our firefighters, all of our officers, and we can go through all the banks and all the channels that we have programmed for our radios.
Okay.
We set that because we ride with Sussex and Kent County. We can flip back and forth. We can also, if we go up to Newcastle, we can switch towers and go into a Newcastle bank.
Awesome. Okay.
So, but we have that capability.
Oh, wow.
And what it has, it'll bring up all of our calls.
Right.
So what happens is the officer will go through and he'll bring up, this is the last one that we had. It was gives you the type of call that we enter in, the complaint number, date and time, address, who was the officer that was making the report, is all on there.
That's awesome.
So once we go into it, yeah, you should be able to mirror everything.
Yeah.
So once we go in, we have to fill out different parts or different fields in there.
Okay.
The type of complaint, what actions we took, our response that we have. That's a pre-loaded run card. How many suppression engines that you get, EMS, things like that.
Okay.
So if it was a structure fire, down where the dollar loss is for the estimated, that's if we go to a house fire or something where they would have property loss, property damage, we would have to enter what we think. It's not accurate, it doesn't have it in there as far as a solid figure. Then you go into the basic location. It's going to give you the address, or in this case the intersection. It's going to tell you the venue, the city, the zip code, all that. And then the property use. For this, it's going to be a highway or divided highway.
Okay.
There's a ton of codes that you can go through. And I can... It might not let me. It's locked up. Yeah. So I can come in and it's going to give me a list of things that I can choose from.
Even a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, anything from a runway, single family dwelling, on down, nursing homes, all kinds of stuff is in there.
Wow.
So we have to go through and pick what type of property use it is. And they do that for the tracking on the different types of complaints that we go to and fires that we go to.
Okay.
So you can scroll down through, and once you find the one that you want, double click on it and it'll go ahead and do it.
Wow.
As like on the regular CAD, if you hit the globe to geo-verify it, same thing we have.
Okay.
Incident times will be loaded every time you mark up on the radio. That's entered in our case, Kent Center.
Okay.
They put in there and timestamp it, so everything's in there for us. the remarks should just be what the officer had, what actions we took, and then again the authorization of who's actually doing that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's in there for you, on our.
Oh wow! How cool is that?
Go
that
right
is
into
cool.
it.
Wow.
So it'll tell you the temperatures.
Wow.
Then I can go back and forth. So it'll pick that up. It's got different screens that I can go to.
Wow.
Different.
We talked about the mobile radios. The car radios are actually inside these 3 boxes here.
Okay.
And then this computer, the top one is the actual computer that runs the software that we saw upstairs. This is the Citiban radio. These are the 2 interfaces for the 2 consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally a battery backup that kind of powers the whole thing should the electric go out. It'll hold the system live enough so that when the generator kicks in, that gap between the time that it senses that the electric's out and the generator kicks in, it keeps the system live for
Okay.
us.
Very cool.
And then this one back here, this little box here is a, you can move this. This one is the City's radio repeater system.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a mobile radio in a desktop setting at the very top there,
Okay.
and it connects to this box here. It's what they call a repeater system, so it broadcasts on one channel and receives on another channel.
Okay.
And what that does is it'll go out at low wattage to reach the repeater, increase the wattage, change the frequency, send it out to the other radio, and it grabs the signal, decreases the wattage, sends it down to a receiver.
Wow.
And then that process works the reverse, coming back to the
Wow.
radio.
That's awesome.
So
Very
that's
cool.
what this box is here. And this is their system. Not much to see there, but that's what it all looks like.
Very cool.